Hmm? Hello? Ooh, music's a bit loud. I can turn that down. I hear myself think now. That's good. I'm live. What's up? Hello. Right. Okay. 1 second. I was watching Quake and now I have to do this. Oh, F it. Can't multitask. Maybe I can watch it at the same time. Alright. So we'll talk about all the new things that you're going to try. Oh, is Rafa playing now? Maybe I can have it up and mute it so I can watch too. If he doesn't play an ad. Ah, perfect. I can watch some Quake. And I can talk about Diabotical. Yeah, well, he's meant to be Dewey, I think. Okay, cool. Alright, we're a little bit early today. We might be able to push out the patch a little bit earlier as well, so it might come before 7. Yay! And ZSX is a good looking man, as I see him on my second screen. And I'm going to go watch the Quakes after this as well. So we're going to talk about what we've been working on, what you're going to test. Alright. So in arcade modes, done some changes. I think this is about final for when we get to launch. We kept FFA by itself, like normal FFA, because I think it's kind of key for new player experience, and there's some people that really love their FFA. Wipeout's the same right now, still doing 5v5 for new player experience, and again, it can go to 4v4 in the future. We've put Brawl into arcade modes, and what we've done with Brawl for new player experience is you spawn with weapons now. So you're playing 3v3v3 kind of FFA spawn with gun Brawl, right? That way it's more of an arcade mode. And if you want your FFA experience, I think people prefer the true FFA in quick play. So you have that. I'm quite happy with that playlist for the time being. I consider rotating stuff in and out. I think that there's value of maybe rotating like MacGuffin in there and for a week, and then maybe rotating something else in there from the 3v3 playlist, etc. But we'll see. But I think that's plenty of game modes not to confuse new players, and they all offer something quite unique. Yeah, I'm watching QuakeCon right now. It's on my second screen. I'm going to watch it after this as well. It's really good matches so far. It's been a great day. Some upsets though. Alright. So we've done some changes under the 3v3 pickup. Just going to keep it how it is. We want to test it, not against... Last time Extinction was a new game mode. This time it's not, so it's interesting to see how people think about it this time around. So one of the things that we've done with Extinction, just to let you know, the ghosts have less health on spawn if you are ahead in life lead. Life lead is you have 3 lives. If one of your team members has 3 lives and the enemy team only have like 1 life left, there's a difference in the ghosts. So you'll spawn at 75 HP if you're on the 3 life lead team. If you're on 2 life lead... Oh, sorry. If you're on 2 life lead, your ghost will spawn with 75 HP. If you're on 1 life lead, they're 100 HP. If you're even on the lives, you spawn with 125 ghosts. We've done a mechanic to the ghosts to make it cool to kill them. If you kill a ghost... I can't show you this because there's no one else playing, right? If you kill a ghost and pick up their new kind of soul, it will actually ping out the enemy life leader. That way they can't play hide and seek as much, okay? So if they're throwing ghosts at you and you kill them, when you pick up the soul, it will ping through the walls where that enemy life leader was hiding. Only their current location, okay? right? And it helps a lot for new player experience. The cool thing about this tech, okay, right, with Extinction, is we're going to be able to use it for new player experience in CTF and MacGuffin. One of the things we're going to do in CTF and MacGuffin is that if you shoot the MacGuffin carrier from the enemy team, in the future it's going to ping them out for your teammates. So you don't have to ping the flag carrier or the MacGuffin carrier if you hit them. That way, new player experience can play without voice comms because they'll be told roughly what's going on if you're doing something positive, right? Well, no, we're going to... This is our solo queue 3v3 pickup ranked right now. We are going to add a 5v5 game mode here for launch, which will be you're able to team queue. And the stepping stones is like this. Play these modes, they're fun and whatever. Come to competitive. This is easy, but you're held back by your aim. This 5v5 mode, or 5v5 modes, or maybe they're 4v4, who knows. You can team queue, and potentially the solo queue might exist as a stepping stone into kind of where esports is. But we might rotate some of these into quick play arcade mode so people can still enjoy them without having to worry about solo experience. And I can explain a little bit more on the esports side later. But I'm going to turn off the vision right now, and I'm going to show you some cool shit that we've been doing in game for new player experience, okay? Yeah, it feels weird not to compete with friends, but you're going to get the best games here. And we need to figure out if maybe you can X one of these and stuff, you know, so you're not interested in TDM and you're like X, but you still have to Q2, you know, like 2 out of 3 need to be ticked, you know, there's lots of things you can do there. I'm happy with the quick play. Not so happy with the competitive, but we're just going to leave it because it's stress test. And unfortunately, server side still had hiccups, so we're just going to push client side, and then hopefully we'll do server side later. Sorry if you really wanted to test server side for us, but we do need you to test it, so that'll probably be next weekend, which means that we're doing 4 stress tests, which hurts my soul, because then I have to keep turning up and doing these streams. Okie dokie. So, I'm just going to turn off the view, and then I'm going to load something up and show you, because I have to type secret dev command. Actually, no, wait. Wait, 1 second. So this weekend, you are going to be able to test a new map. And I'll turn it back on in a moment. And the new map was made by Prometheus. Ta-da! And it's for Brawl and... Oh, I'm going to get really shitty FPS because I typed in a command. This is going to look really laggy. Fuck! I turned on a dev command that's doing something in the background for me. Let me just see if I can do that. Fuck it out. Fuck it out. I have a dev command in the background that's doing something. I'm just going to restart my game, okay? I'm out. New map. BRB, I will load it again. Rage quit, yeah. Esports ready. No, it's not a memory leak. It's, I'll show you what it is because it's kind of cool, but it's like a command you have to use. Alright, hopefully it's off because I reset the game. So I don't know how to turn it off. Black screen again, by the way. I'm going to talk about some esports stuff as well in the future if we've got some time. Okay, my FPS seems somewhat normal. Alright, so you got a new map. The new map is a wipeout map. Hasn't been named yet. It's called Test Map, and it's going to be able to play in Wipeout, 5v5, and also Brawl. It's fucking awesome. It's designed so in case we ever use Wipeout in 3v3, it is less hiding spots, so it's a little bit tighter than the other maps. It's very, 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 very good. It looks very pretty. It's made by Prometheus in about a week, but he was sat on it from previous time. Ooh, look, camping spot. And it's fucking cool. And I got to place the teleporters, so I get credits on the map as well. Pincer. Yes, so it's going to be a really good map. Like, this is, you're gonna like this in both Brawl, FFA, whatever, and also Wipeout. But it's probably gonna play best in Wipeout. It's very much designed for Wipeout. It hasn't got a name yet, so look forward to test map, okay? Now, I'm gonna show you some cool tech, right? But I need to turn off my camera again and turn it back on. So anyway, play this map a lot if you're playing Wipeout and all that stuff, and let us know what you think. But we already know it's perfect because we're the best game developers in the world ever. Alright, 1 second. Going to be doing the turning off and turning back on. Choppy stream? Yeah, maybe. Sorry. Am I dropping frames? Maybe. Alright. Gonna show you the new tech. Black screen again. Gonna edit another map. Holy shit, that did not work. Why did that not work? What's it called? Furnace? Why can't I edit furnace? Furnace. What? Hello? Why isn't the game working for me? What the hell is B furnace called? It's black screen right now. Raven, why does furnace not work? Right. Game, let's see if it's even in my map folder. Unprofessional. You need to add the map to your folder. Why is the map not in my folder? You ever considered that, Raven? Yeah, stop deleting maps, Raven, to make me look stupid on stream. I already look stupid enough. Okay, let me go find furnace in Dropbox, and then I can copy it over. Furnace. I gotta copy over a map now because life is hard. Game the maps. Okay. Paste. Yeah, it's in the folder now. For some reason it wasn't before. Okay, edit B furnace. It's worth waiting for, chat, okay? This is worth waiting for. You're gonna be impressed. Okay. Stream goes back on. I had to type secret stuff there. Okay. So one of the things we want to do... Look, we're on Furnace now, okay, everybody? Chill out! We're here. And the game's coming after this stream. So one of the things we wanted to do for new player experience, because that was obviously a thing, was obviously improve voice lines, improve, direction. So we wanted to do a mini-map, right? And I was like, could we do a mini-map? And so I told Frog, I was like, look, it'd be great if we did a mini-map. We've done some tech. I know we're like, could be somewhere there. What do you think? So anyway, Frog spent 2 days working on a mini-map. And he did this. Are you impressed? That is the mini-map. You see that in the top left? That's Furnace. Now, nailed it. Pog. So anyway... What actually he did, because that's not the mini-map really, is that he turned the Eggbot in edit mode into a Google Street View car or Google Map car. So what actually happens is if you make a map and you think you got to draw a pretty mini-map, you don't. There's a command called discover, and then when I run around the map, it will be like a Google Street car. And it will start drawing the map automatically based on me touching areas. And it will also show you. So this way, mappers, when you make maps, you don't have to have any art skill. You can literally just run around your map. And then, as long as you touch all the little areas, it will start building it for you. It's going to look a little bit laggy, obviously, right? So I touch this, touch that. Going to go through teleporter. I've been over here. Let's go up here. I want to touch the stairs just to make sure. So Frog turns you into Google Map cars. So Raven's been running around. We joked about putting a little satellite thing on top of his head. So as you can see, the minimap is building out Furnace, right? And it also detects the items that we want to show. So let's go up here. Let's pick up that. Drop down here. I think there's something here I can touch. Yeah, and then there's also a little pathway here that I can pick up as well, right? So once you've run around the map, you actually get a mini map, and then you can just save it out. Okay, you can see light gray is top, dark gray is bottom, and it also shows your teammates on there and stuff like this. And we can add more stuff. The cool thing as well, if you're pinging out, it will also show up on the mini map for new players. So if you're like pinging out here, you know, they can see it on the mini map as well. And he did this in fucking 2 days, and I was actually blown away because I was like, "You're not normal." But I've known that for a long time about Frog. And you can see that's Furnace, right? Did I miss anything in particular on Furnace? Yeah, whatever. So now we've got mini maps for every mode, okay? And you're a Google Street. The other cool thing about the mini map is it's fucking in the HUD and it's customizable. So if I click this, if I want my mini map to be bigger, you know, I can set it to 50. And then I'm like, yo, if I just want to move it a little bit, move it a little bit. If I want to change the low color, the mid color, the high color, the outline thickness, topology, you know, if I want to put opacity on the colors to make it, you know, it's like you can literally build a fucking mini map. I don't know if all this is working right now because it's new, but let's say it maybe doesn't work right now because I know it's like new tech, but this is what you're going to be able to do. I'm pretty sure it won't. Yeah. But in about a week's time, you'll be able to customize your mini map, right? So if, for example, you want to go into a MacGuffin map, MG Sunken, right? That's a map. That way you can actually kind of see from the map what you're playing and where your teammates are. And this would be great for spectating. The game's laggy now because I'm still in Discover mode. I had to type Discover, which turns me into a GPS car or whatever it is. But you can see where the items are and generally get a better idea. And it's great for learning dual maps as well. +1 for Frog. It's amazing. Yeah, but I told him to do it. You know what I mean? So why is no one impressed with me? Yeah, well, I was blown away as well, so I'll let him take the credit on this one. Because I was like, I literally showed him a couple of pictures of mini-maps, and we had one of the community members do a mini-map that looked like this, and then Frog was like, oh, yeah, I'll automate it. And I was like, yeah, okay, sure, it's going to look like shit. And he comes back, and it looks... and I had to tell the community member that was helping, who was going to help draw mini-maps, is like, you're out of a job. So Frog replaced someone's job with technology. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. I've been told about this. Robots are taking over. Alright? So sorry about that, Abraxas. But we did tell Abraxas he could turn into the Google Street Map. Whatever. Anyway, alright. So you got mini-maps. Just press M to toggle them on and off. If you're making a map, you just need to do, like, discover, clear, then /discover and /save. And then when you upload your map or save it, you'll have a mini-map, etc. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So, and you can ping on it and stuff like that as well. So in the future, this will be great. And it shows your teammates, but it shows them not in the color. It kind of shows them green, orange, and red, depending on their life, so you can decide. But it should help you understand what's going on in these maps. And it works really good on CTF maps, which you're going to be able to play this weekend. So we're going to add CTF into custom lobby. Because it's not really a finished, so it's under custom lobby. It's called CTF unfinished, but I'd like you to try it out because it is pretty cool. So we'll load one of them, and you can kind of no, that's definitely not. That's not how you spell cathedral. Oh wait, I might not even have the map anyway. Let me just test Dojo. Yeah, I don't have the map. Fucking hell! I have to go back in and make map. Alright, discover off, thank you. I was getting very lagged. Let me go in and copy more map. I think there's probably a new patch anyway, so I could just go grab that. but I'll do... Anyway, that's really cool. So we got a mini-map, and then we just need to do some more things like the tutorial and video intros to game modes for new players, as well as just make the game, you know, easier to play. But not too easy that Lex and that other guy, Clockwork, can become pros. It's not... I mean, we advertise we're a game for children, but we're not really. Got him. Only joking, Lex and Clockwork. I will talk about esports after this, by the way, because I do have some takes that I'd share with you that you can disagree with. Let me do something here, because I'm trying to get into a CTF map to at least show you. I'm gonna have to copy another one from our Dropbox, because they are packaged. Whenever I fucking find it, I'm just gonna click this. I'm a professional PC user, by the way. I've been doing it for a long time. Yeah. New Wipeout map is your content. Some fixes to Extinction. And then CTF in custom lobby. You'll probably play it 4v4, 5v5. Do as you please. You're going to be able to play Cathedral and also Dojo. So you've got 2 maps to jump around on. I'll paste them in so I can edit them in a second. And then I'll talk about some of the new player experience when it comes to esports, which will be entertaining because I'll be elitist. No, I won't be. I'm becoming less elitist. Kilson's going to be playing soon. Alright, yeah, so this is Dojo, and you've got your mini-map, right? You're going to play this. So, defend the flag. Pick up power up, kill bad guys, take the enemy flag, bring it back to your base, right? Play it 4v4, 5v5, whatever you want to do. But these are really good CTF maps. In 5v5, it's a little bit too many bodies, but it's fantastic. In 4v4, it's probably a bit more competitive. But right now, we just got it in custom games. So enjoy Dojo, and then also Cathedral. Did I spell that right? Yeah, CTF's very popular. I like both of these maps. I think they're fantastic. I feel like Cathedral maybe is stronger now once we've fixed some stuff, but it's really good. So this is the enemy base. The voice lines and stuff haven't been overly like done with speed and care because we didn't really finish CTF yet. So this is very vanilla. It's going to feel a little bit Quake-free, Quake-livey rather than... we want to push it a little bit more, so it's called CTF Unfinished. So just play it, enjoy it, let us know what you think. Oh, and there's one other thing. I got a feeling that there's something in CTF that does actually cause a memory leak, right? So if you can play this and you are finding problems, please report them, because I played some CTF yesterday and I felt like I was just getting some performance hiccups and I wasn't getting them in any other game modes. CTF is symmetrical, yeah. These maps are symmetrical. The way we make symmetrical maps is there's you see this entity here? You do /mirror and it just takes this side and flips it to this side, or /mirror radial. So that way you don't have to make a whole CTF map, you just make one half, and then you just, if you fix one half, you just flip it, right? So if I put a couple of blocks there and a couple blocks here for whatever reason, I do think I can do like mirror radial maybe is the command. No such command. I don't know what the command is, but there's a command. It makes making CTF maps a lot easier. Mirror. Oh shit, maybe that worked. It's lagging, so oh, there it is. Look, my blocks are over this side now. Yeah. So that way when you're making CTF maps... What the fuck happened here? I'm not sure if that really worked, guys. I mean, the blocks worked. I think I had to do mirror /radial. Yeah, so, yeah, this map looks cool. It's like that movie where everything topples over with Doctor Strange. Anyone see that? What was that called? Was it just called Doctor Strange? Inception. Yeah, it's Inception. So, yeah. Don't do what I just did. Okay, well, yeah, that's it really. You're just going to be playing more. There's little fixes here and there. There's some things we've got to fix, but we'll be updating over the weekend. But I'm assuming a lot of you are going to play a little bit, watch some Quake. I don't think that has collision, but perfect. Stream Lagarino, dude. I don't really know how to fix that. So there we go. Okay, yeah, I'll give you some good news for esports people, right? But I'm gonna have to share my screen, and let me go black screen again, and then I'll come back with something. Alright, one sec. Hojo, the only reason you're esport manager is because I'm busy. Trust me. Let me be esport manager when I want to talk about it. You can be esport manager when I'm busy, and then I'll make your job shitty by talking about shit, right? He's sweating. I love esports. Me and Mojo have already worked on this together. He knows, but he just doesn't know what I'm going to share. So let me. I've closed the game now, so you're going to see black screen. No, Mojo is great. You're going to be very lucky you got him as an esport manager. Trust me. He's doing a great job, even though you haven't seen his work yet. And he doesn't take crap from nobody. Okay, let's risk it for a biscuit, right? We're going to do a screen share, which is always in danger zone. And then we're going to talk a little bit about let's add display capture, create new. Yes, this will do. All right, Photoshop. You guys like Photoshop presentations? Yeah, you do. You love Photoshop. I'll make it less white, so you don't have to stare into the abyss. Okay. So one of the things that we have considered in esports is we have a few game modes. So let's just type out what there is, right? So we got Wipeout, Extinction, MacGuffin, MacG, and then we have Jewel. Okay, so I'm just gonna talk over some stuff, right? So you're gonna stare at this for a little bit, but follow my mouse movements. It will all make sense. So, my perfect vision of what an esport would have been the hardest game mode, so it separates the players. And I think that's the wrong way to think about it when you're looking at a new audience and people coming in. So originally, I was really interested in TDM, Jewel, and MacGuffin being part of a 3v3 circuit, where you play like MacGuffin because it's easy. You play TDM, it's the hardest team mode to be good at because you have to make all these like crazy decisions, and you might play Jewel for the entertainment scenario, right? But the trouble is what I realized is that there's no new players that can come in and play TDM. I mean, for fuck's sake, even our pros can't play TDM. For example, let's take a player that you guys think is really good, right? Kilson. Kilson is like a world champion in Quake. He's playing now, right? Kilson never gets picked for a pro TDM SAC team. SAC is like an easier version of TDM, but he never gets picked, right? And you're like, oh my god, Kilson's so good. He must, why doesn't he get picked? It's like, well, Kilson can't actually play TDM, okay? Like on a high level. So that game mode is even too hard for Kilson, because if Prozac, who's an ex-pro, came back and trained 1 month, you would pick him over Kilson 100% of the time, right? Because Prozac is, a TDM god, because he knows how to think when he plays TDM. You can't tell Kilson how to play TDM, right? So, hey, it's just an example, right? It's the same with Kula. Kula can't play TDM on the highest level. The best Russian player in TDM was Mike's from C58, right? you know, from Denmark, you don't even know these players anymore, but it was Joyce and Hazy, you know, from France. It wasn't, you know, Wins and stuff originally. It was Kazuyama, Viper, Castro, you know, all these people, right? There's so many, you know, different skill levels. So basically what we learned is that TDM is too hard. Okay? So if you think of like players and you're making a team, okay, and let's make a list of players, right? So let's say, for example, we'll go 48 pixels. Let's say you've got like a wannabe pro, right? And then after that, you have someone like Clockwork, okay? TF2, basic skills. Then you've got someone like Lex, right? CS. Quake. He's like a Quake enthusiast or something, right? So like above average, right? And then you've got close to pros, you know, people that are like NA, and some EU, you know, like they got more skills than these guys at the moment. And then you've got pros who can play MacGuffin, etc. Then you've got pros who can play TDM. Okay, so you know this is like wins level. This would be what's under wins is level. Brick. Dahang's here. He can play. He's like top level, right? So here's the problem with this, okay? So the wannabe pro comes in the game and plays TDM. They're so far behind they can't play it. They play Wipeout, they can play it. They play Extinction, they might get it soon. They can play MacGuffin, they get it. They can't play Duel. Clockwork can come in the game and probably play Wipeout and MacGuffin, but can't win at TDM, right? Because like weapon timing, item timing, all that stuff, right? It's a lot. Lex CS can come in, definitely can play Wipeout well, definitely can play MacGuffin, still can't play TDM well, right? Not at pro level. You know, he's never gonna like win. And then you've got some of the pros above them in terms of like people that are almost there. And they can play everything, but probably they're always gonna lose at TDM to the people that can play that. That's the hardest game mode. You know, it's like the opposite end of Duel when it comes to how difficult it is, but it's a team version. And so if we want to attract new players to come in, what we need to do is we need to kind of make this approachable. So originally, my plan was to have TDM, MacGuffin, Duel, and make you play all three of them in team modes. But I think that scares off a lot of people. For starters, not many people can play Duel. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove Duel, so you don't have to Duel in esports, right? So that way, you guys get super happy, right? So that way, when you're in a 3v3 team, you don't have to play Duel. But here's the thing. If you're in a best of 5, yeah, there's going to be a rule that you can challenge the other team to a duel on the last map, and they can accept it and duel you, or they can deny it and just play the next team mode. Okay? So there's still an option that you might end up a duel versus a duel if you really want to settle the best of 5. But chances are it won't happen, okay? Because we're going to run duel tournaments anyway. Because we've got duel tournaments coming September, December, and I think one in April down the line, or something like that. So if you're a dueler, and I'm going to do like, 3v3 esports problems. Okay. This is a great presentation. So anyway, let's remove duel because people can't play it, but we'll leave it as an option. So if two teams want to finish a match, let's say it goes 2-2, and you want to finish the match, you can challenge each other to duel, right? So basically, we're getting a little bit closer to the new players coming in. Now, TDM should be played with 30-second respawn times. But when we do that, people complain. They're like, I don't get a gun. And I was like, yeah, that's part of the game. But if we put TDM in esports from the get-go, there's no chance that like Clockwork and Lex will be able to win or even compete for like a year because they're so far behind, 10 years, 20 years experience we have in TDM. And even the people that played Pro CTF can't play TDM because when you play Pro CTF, you're just playing routines, right? TDM, you have to adapt on the fly so much more. CTF, you get fast weapon respawn times, you die, you pick up, you take your position again, whatever, right? So there's some Pro CTF players that are really scared from TDM. So I think that we should remove it from our esport pool. And that's why we've done Extinction. And I'm going to explain to people how to play Extinction, because if you can't figure out how to play Extinction at a pro level, you will never deserve to be a pro or win any prize money. But I want to make sure that we grow the game modes in difficulty with the community, right? TDM shouldn't be in there straight away, in my opinion. Dual tournaments, separate. All right. So let's talk about, for example, Wipeout. Why can these guys play Wipeout? You get all guns, and you don't time, right? It's literally for dummies. But you can play it on a high level. It's a good stepping stone. You can play it on a high level pretty good, because you got to consider, even though it's not as... what am I doing? My presentation's gone to shit. There we go. I'm just going to delete this. There we go. About there. This is how I do presentations for investments, by the way. Okay. You get all guns. You don't have to time. But here's the thing. What's more competitive? The fact that there is Wipeout with lots of players, or the fact that there's TDM with 2 good teams? Wipeout with lots of players is more competitive, right? Because like Overwatch is very competitive because it has a big scene, because everyone's pushing it. So TDM with 0 players is actually not competitive, right? So the thing about Wipeout is that if you're in a best of 5, you can only ever pick Wipeout once, okay? Because it's a dummy mode, right? We're going to like, you get to play it once, it's a name mode, whatever. So that leaves a best of 5. You can play 2 Extinctions or 2 MacGuffins, okay? So if you're going to play MacGuffin, this is really easy for someone like Clockwork and CS and up-and-coming people to play, right? It's get gun, go to base. Listen to comms. That is the game mode, all right? If you can't spawn and pick up a gun when they're on 2.5 second cooldown, and you don't know how to get to the base, that's the only thing from stopping you from being good at MacGuffin. You don't even have to time. You don't have to time items, red, mega. You just need to check the items, okay? So when you run past red and mega, just check them. If they're up, maybe time it. If they're not, just keep on running, because you're on a time limit. So these players can definitely compete or start competing in MacGuffin, okay? There you go. So, Extinction. Extinction is a version of TDM that's on a smaller loop. You have 3 lives, and once your team is all out of lives, you die. Extinction has item timing in it, right? But it's a stepping stone to TDM. I'm going to tell you how to play Extinction. Play TDM. That's it. That's how you play Extinction. But you do it on a small thing. So this is what you do when you play Extinction, right? You take red armor, and you say it's back on 25. Then you say it's back on 50. Okay? Then you say power up, spawning, and everyone goes to power up at 1 minute. Then you come back to mega at 1 minute 10. Okay? And then you go to the next RA at 1 minute 15, roughly. It's probably later than that, okay? Then, like, that's it. You just get a loop of items. It's really not hard. You just, like, and you own rounds in Extinction last like 3 minutes. So if you can't time items for 3 minutes off a fresh spawn, you're never going to be able to compete in anything like long term because it's not a skill that's difficult, okay? And they always get pushed back a little bit, but all you got to do is decide. You got to turn up with like 2 people, and you just got to keep playing, okay? So next mega is roughly about the same time as Thingy. It's like normally 150 or something like that, and the same thing with RA is normally about 145 to 1. It's normally about 150, but. And then the next round of RA is normally about 1 minute 30-ish, so it's like you want to get to power up the 3-minute one if it goes that far. But it's not difficult. So when you start a game of Extinction, whoever picks up the items on your team as you're playing pro should start playing life lead, because they should play with it well. But you should push these items as like a 2-man team, or if you feel like you can get them, and then just stack up and play power-ups. It's so easy. So if you're not talking about items when you're playing Extinction, and if you can't do this gameplay loop, I don't think there's anything for you, long term if you're trying to be an esport pro. Unless we just start giving out, money like, stimulus checks or something. So I would say that Wipeout is very easy when it comes to learning how to play the game. So this is easy, right? And I'm okay with people picking this once. This one is medium difficulty. And Extinction is going to separate some of you if you don't think about this when you start playing. So I'm not even going to say it's hard, because it's not. It's medium to hard. Okay? This should solve some of the problems that some of what I've seen from some of the people that want to go pro, which is they don't want to compete in a 20-minute match of team deathmatch with 30-second weapon respawn timers versus people that have been doing it for 20 years. They've got no chance, okay? So by giving you these 3 to focus on, what will happen is that you will be able to remove some of that 10-year experience, and you'll be able to play the game modes where it's like it's all about comms and aiming and stuff and a very little amount of timing. And then what we can do is we can evolve these game modes with you as a community, because we will not get new pro gamers if we just throw them the hardest game modes. Hey, motherfucker, you like this game? Cool, now go play 20 minutes TDM versus this guy that's been doing it for 20 years. All right? No chance. So Wipeout having a place, right, allows some new players to come in, and then we can maybe look at Wipeout turning into something else in the future, so we can evolve over seasons. So the game modes can evolve with the community. Okay? So I hope this might make a lot of people from NA and other stuff happy that want to get in, because this is very easy. This is like a good stepping stone. And if you want to get good at this, just go into the solo queue and just, frag out or get some scrims. But the other option we had previously, which was the true form of the highest competition, was literally TDM, Jewel, and MacGuffin. And MacGuffin was only put there because it was the baby game mode. Now I've child gamed the baby game mode to Wipeout, okay? So I've got to think about Wipeout 3v3 and how to make it slightly more dynamic. But I know a lot of people can play MacGuffin. I know a lot of people can play Wipeout very well. I think Extinction is going to be a great learning curve to get us to TDM potentially in the future. And it's nice that we can evolve. So if you're interested in getting some prize money, you either focus on Jewel for the Jewel tournaments, or you focus on some of the 3v3 modes, okay? And I think we're going to learn together with a new audience and new players that we haven't seen before. And who knows what will come out of it. And I generally changed my mind quite a lot. So, yeah. The reason we're not doing 4v4 in esports is because it's too expensive for a lot of potential teams to support players. So we want to kind of dial it down and focus on 3v3 because it's easier to build teams that aren't super teams. Because when you build 4v4 teams, they crumble off one player. So by getting 3v3 you actually get good, you know, mates, and it's easier to spectate. This was confusing. Oh, it's quite it was confusing. Now it's inspiring. So the reason that you have that solo queue right now is like the way that we became pros back in the original days of Quake was we grinded pickups. And that solo queue is kind of a pickup now, and hopefully we'll make a, you know, team version maybe in the future, or we'll make some team modes that are more fun than those. But it's all about stepping stones to be able to compete. So hopefully this doesn't scare anybody off, because I know if we went for the hardcore modes, a lot of people will be turned away. CTF is what you want it to be, Zombie 519. It's in custom games right now, so you have to start a custom game, but you can set it to 2 teams of 4 or 2 teams of 5. So test it for us, let us know what you think of it, and then eventually we'll get back into it. Yes, 2 teams of whatever you want, yeah. And then remember, I'm done talking. We need to push a patch. It's almost 7. Do you want me to go talk to Frog about a patch? Sorry about this rant, by the way, but I just kind of want to prepare people, because I think it's important. And you have to understand, like, some of the best players came out of this solo queue kind of pickup system. Like, there was this guy from Sweden that wasn't a good player at all, yeah? You look at Fox, Toxic, Prozac, Desp, Faz, Opium, Anakin from Eyeballers, all these amazing players. And then there was a kid that wasn't much, and his name was Ironbite. And then Ironbite played just constantly pickups, TDM. And then he became like god tier. Sorry, I forgot Puri, but he's halfway between Finland and Sweden. But yes, Puri as well. You know, yeah. So I was talking about just Sweden. I was just saying, like, in Sweden, we had this elite group of players that were very capable, but then the players that overtook them and took, like, the main roles at certain points, one of the guys' name was Ironbite. And he was he just played constantly, just kept playing over and over, solo queue, you know, tried to win the games against all odds and stuff. And it was amazing to watch, because he became one of the best support role players in the TDM team for Sweden a little bit later. Anyway, I'm going to mute my mic because Frog wants to tell me something. Hopefully tell me he likes me. Let's find out. He said 5 minutes. And cannot confirm he likes me. Alright, well, I think I've said my piece. I'm going to turn off my display capture. I'll jump back into game real quickly, just for those who turned up late. Spend some time with your budget on a microphone. Does my microphone suck real bad? Sorry. Defrag when? Maybe open beta. We broke the physics, so we're giving you little bits at a time, right? Yes, your microphone does suck. It's fine. It's alright. Anyway, we're back in game. There we go. So I'd love to get feedback on the test map that you're going to be able to vote if it's still in my game, because I just reloaded and it might have been like, that's not a map, that should be in game. Really noisy with static when you talk. I have AC on right now, so you might be hearing that as well. Or I might just be too loud. Yeah, but anyway, you got a new wipeout map. So play this. Okay? And it's going to be fun. So it's a little bit smaller, so you're not going to be able to hide as much. And it was done in about a week and a half by Promius, which is pretty amazing. And I think there was some layout and help from other people at the beginning, but he caned it for you, so you had something new to play. But it's very beautiful, and it should be fun. There's a teleporter exit down there, which you get to by going underneath. You can also spam rockets through if anyone's camping down here. You can do a cool rocket jump here that takes you all the way over and land there. And then there's another teleport exit here that brings you into the center of the map as well. And we need to name it still, so... And if you jump on these, you won't be able to jump, you just slide off. But I think you can roughly just get over here, and then you slide to the other side. It's kind of cool. And then it's going to be like a sky temple, so we're going to put some clouds down here, and then when you fall off, he's even arted the underside. What a madman, huh? I don't know why I died twice there. And then you have a mini-map. You can toggle it with M, but just make sure you bring it on and place it where you want. And remember, you can change the size of it if you don't want it as big as that, which I don't, so I want it a little bit smaller. That'll be fine for me. Alright, cool. Should be about 2 minutes until it's up. Yeah, there's a mini-map. Mini-map gonna cause memory leak? No. Only if you do /discover, which is when you're in edit mode and you want to make a mini-map. These are automatically generated from a kind of weird Google Streetcar system. You guys are late. I showed the mini-map earlier. So if you're turning up and you're all excited, you're late. You're late. Yeah, and then CTF will be under crates. CTF unfinished. Play Dojo, Cathedral. Team size. Maybe you want to play 4v4. Maybe you want to play 5v5. So this, because it's not finished, we didn't want to put it in quick play or competitive. So if you're in a custom lobby, just check here if you want to play CTF, because probably people will be making it, alright? So just refresh and make sure you select your regions. All that jazz. Alright, have a good weekend. Enjoy the Quake. The Quake World Finals are on, so if you're going to watch that, it's twitch.tv/Quake. I'm not going to raid, because last time I did, all you guys spammed, and I felt really bad. But the matches are amazing, so go watch it. And we're just going to be fixing stuff over the weekend based on feedback. Hopefully, some of the esport plans that they shifted less from hardcore modes to more stepping stone modes is helpful, because we want more pro gamers. We don't want to scare people off from trying to go pro. Obviously, if we wanted a big game, we wouldn't make an arena FPS. We'd make a class-based shooter and put everybody in latex, but we didn't do that. We've got egg bots and a fast-paced game, so unlucky us, but we still want to encourage people to compete and enjoy the game at a competitive level, because it is really fun. So we'll evolve those game modes over time as the community learn. Yeah, I don't know. I watched a video game where it was third person and everybody's pants looked like it was very tight. Not latex maybe, but it was something. And I was like, that's how you sell video games. Who told me egg bots were a good idea? But maybe if we put eggs bots in latex pants, we might win as well. Cool. Thanks again, everybody, for all the testing. Looking forward to the feedback. Report all the bugs. Anything you do like this weekend, that was me. Anything you don't like, so that was someone else on the team, and I didn't tell them to do it. They went rogue. Is there anyone I can actually host? I can host QPL, but then do you get to talk? Host Brick. Okay, sure. What's his? Is it Brick G? I can't host QPL, guys, because last time stuff happened and then people got upset at me. Okay, I was doing it as a favor, thinking it was cool because I like Quake and the games are amazing. So you should go watch Quake, but you should also go say hi to Brick. And I hope his name's Brick G. Brick is an aspiring pro gamer. He's only got 10 years experience, so he's still got a long way to go. Let's just put it that way. Lol. Let's go say hi to Brick. I typed raid Brick G. Brick G. Raid. Oh, it's working. Brick is an ex-CTF pro, so he's got CTF this weekend, so you might watch him play that. Alright, go say hi to Brick. Catch you later. Wrong channel. Cancel. I cancelled it. Is it just Brick? Brick with a 1 in it? No wonder he's not famous. I don't even know his name. Like, if I don't know your name, have you really made it? No. Alright, let's raid him again. Brick with a 1. Who puts numbers in their names? What idiots. You wouldn't catch me doing that. Alright, tell me if I get it right. Alright, we got it right. Alright, Brick used to be a CTF pro, so he might play some CTF. You're going to learn from him. He's a really nice guy. Go say hi. Nailed it. Enjoy the Quake as well. And have fun. Bye. Oh, the game should be up by now, I'm assuming. If it's not, it'll be up in a minute.